Hello and good evening everyone. I welcome you all to India's largest learning platform Unacademy and I welcome you all to our channel GATE Conqueror. This is Antenna's CTQ series, Concepts Through Question series. Antenna's Concept Through Question series. We are into part 12. Yes. How are you all, dear? This is a very important series, dear, because through this there are two advantages. One, you can learn concept, and also you'll understand how to attempt the questions. So these kind of series are very important for your concept building and also for understanding how to attempt the questions within the time. Before we start the session, let me introduce myself. I am G C Reddy. Having 12 plus years of experience as a motivational speaker, pan-India, 15 plus years of experience in teaching, guiding and mentoring GATE and ESE aspirants, expert in field theory and communications. This is the official link where you can join us on Telegram. The advantage of joining us on Telegram is that you get a personal level support from all the faculties of the GATE Conqueror team. The good news for all the GATE Conqueror followers is that 4 new educators added very recently to our channel, and most probably they'll start their classes from this Monday. So that's the good news. And now we are a team of 8 English speaking educators. We are geared up to finish GATE and ESE syllabus comprehensively for 2023. This channel will be a one-stop solution for all those who want to learn in English for GATE 2023 and ESE 2023. And one thing I can guarantee is, unlike other channels, we complete the syllabus comprehensively. I can show it with numbers that we are going to finish it comprehensively. And as a part of this team, I take the responsibility to finish EMFT subject, electromagnetic field theory subject, for ECE people, for both GATE and engineering services. That's one task given to me. Second, I'll finish EMF for electrical. Some topics will be added. A small part of the syllabus, but some topics will be extra added. Like you don't have square loop, you don't have toroid equations and all in EMFT, that will be added here. And you don't have potential for a dipole. Some extra derivations will be there, extra concepts will be there for EMF for EEE. And I'll finish off for both GATE and engineering services. Third task is to finish communications. The most important communications for ECE, for both GATE and ESE, communications for electrical for ESE, and advanced communications for ECE for ESE. These are my 5 tasks. From this channel, these are my 5 tasks. And I am committed to finish off these syllabi in hand. Already we are well ahead of the time, and almost we are done with this EMF electrical for GATE and ESE. Only 1 or 2 hours small additions are there that I need to do. 60% of syllabus of EMFT is done already. The moment I complete this, maybe this month end, we'll complete EMFT and EMF. Then we'll start the most interesting communications. And see to it that both EC and electrical people are getting advantage of my courses equally. So that's the plan, dear. Any topics extra you want, any suggestions from your side, you are most welcome. Anyone, anything you need to ask, you can please ask, dear. Yes. Any doubt you can ask. Unacademy offers 2 paid platforms. One is Plus subscription, other is Iconic subscription. In Plus subscription, you got to have face time of legendary faculties in the form of live classes, weekly test, structured courses, unlimited access, rank improvement batches, and crash courses. In Iconic, you have all these features of Plus subscription, and also you have a personal coach for one-on-one guidance, dedicated doubt clearing educators to clear your doubts, preparatory study materials, personalized test analysis, study booster sessions or workshops, and customized study planner. This customized study plan will be taken care by your personal coach, keeping your strength, weakness, opportunity, threat in consideration. Because we strongly believe that a study planner designed for a given student will not work for another, because altogether every student will be having to live in a different space altogether. So we believe in customized study planners. And that customized study planner will be given to you by your dedicated personal coach. And, with this structure, I think everyone will achieve success. And remember, dear, Iconic includes all the Plus features also. And Plus includes rank improvement batches and crash courses. Generally, if you take any other online platforms, they charge separately for a rank improvement batch again and a crash course again separately. It's not the case here, dear. And you can do multiple switches, unlimited number of switches into different batches. You can experience the same subject with 2 best faculties in India, or 2 or more best faculties in India, because you have the chance to switch from one batch to another within that time period of time or the span of time. I think no other platform will give you this kind of opportunity here. That's the reason we are able to produce toppers. If you are considering a Plus subscription or Iconic subscription, I recommend you to go for a no-cost EMI. No-cost EMI is nothing but total cost will be divided by number of months without any extra cost. But please make a point that the no cost EMI is available only for 6 months and above. For 6 months and above subscriptions only, we have no cost EMI. Good evening, dear. Iconic subscription, you get 1:1 live mentoring, increasing your chance of getting a top rank. It's GATE and ESE Iconic subscription, which includes 1:1 live mentoring, online study material, priority in Ask a Doubt, live doubt solving sessions, study booster sessions, priority in Raise a Hand, open house with educators, community learning, and all the features of, or all the advantages of, or all the benefits of Plus subscription. With Iconic, definitely you will take your preparation to the next level. To get a subscription, you can use our team code KNR10. Avail extra 10% off. 1 year and above subscription, with 1 year and above GATE Iconic subscription, you'll get a free physical notes curated by India's topmost educators, having comprehensive syllabus coverage, and also you have some very good solved examples to build problem solving skills available for electrical, EC, mechanical, civil and computer science. And these physical notes will be dispatched to you by the end of May. The dispatch process will start at end of May. So try to take the advantage of the best physical notes to crack the exam. In order to crack 2023 and 2024, Unacademy Lite subscription will help you out. This is a mix of topic and subject wise mock test. You have access to structured test series, detailed solutions and performance analysis. Writing mock test is a very important process there. I don't think so that students directly writing the GATE exam for the first time, writing directly the final exam, may not be able to or will not be able to manage the stress and the time. Both are very important because you are not habituated to that particular situations. So naturally you will be in stress and you don't know how to manage the time because you're not done that before. So managing stress and time is a very important factor. That the stress levels will be decreased if you are into these situations for so many times. Now you see, these days you watch IPL, am right? The players who try to score good are those who are very experienced because they are been put into test in these kind of situations before. So they know how to handle the stress. Similarly, if you are writing the exam directly, dear, you will be in that stress because you have not handled these kind of situation previously. Therefore, if you are having this mock test with you and if you are into the situation of this GATE exam, minimum 40 number of times before the final exam, definitely you will succeed. In simple words, what I want to say is, write 40 mock test. Good evening, Anil. Write 40 mock test before you write the final exam. Your success rate will be very high. Is that clear? And to subscribe, you can use our team code KNR10, which gives you extra 10% off. This is Unacademy Ultra Combat for GATE and ESE aspirants. There are some wonderful features here. Top rankers stand a chance to win 100% scholarship and also exciting gadgets. You have a chance to win all of these wonderful prizes. And these questions are not simple questions, dear. They are curated by India's top-notch educators. You'll get the feel, the real feel of the test. These questions will be equally competent as that of the final exam. Lucky participants, irrespective of their performance, also stand a chance to win Amazon gift vouchers worth up to 5,000. This is, according to me, this is an effective and the best strategy to kickstart your preparation for GATE ESE 2023. This Ultra Combat will be on April 24, 11 a.m. To enroll, you can use our team code KNR10. Remember, enrollment is free, dear. You need not pay anything for the enrollment. Enrollment is free, that's a good thing. Yes, Prakash, good evening. After a long time, not attending classes these days. How is your preparation for GATE and ESE? For all those who are preparing for GATE and ESE, especially from ECE, if you can conquer these two subjects, your probability of getting a rank less than 1000 is very, very high. Two subjects you need to keep in your control, which will give you around 25 to 30 marks. Not just 25 to 30, but 25 to 30 difficult marks. See dear, this is a relative ranking process. You need to outdo your opponents. To outdo your opponents, you need to attempt those questions which are left by others. And you know, from ECE, most probably, students leave the questions from EMFT and communications. If you can have a hold on these two subjects, you will stand a better chance to conquer the exam. And you won't find a better platform than GATE Conqueror channel to conquer these two subjects. And for GATE ESE 2023, generally EMFT on any online channel or any YouTube channel, maximum content they offer is 40 hours. And for communication, maximum content they offer is 50 hours. Both these subjects together, they offer number of hours less than 100. This is my challenge, dear. You go to any online platform and verify. You will get number of hours less than 100. On our GATE Conqueror channel, you will have 500 hours of content only for EMFT and communications. 220 hours of EMFT, 280 hours of communication. That is what I promise for you. Now you might be thinking that sir is exaggerating the things. No, because out of 220, I already finished 118 hours. You must start believing me now, because in most of the channels, the maximum number of hours itself is 40. I already thought threefold more than other channels, completing only 60% of the syllabus. This is very evident. I am with numbers. For extra 40%, I am asking 1 or 2 hours. There is nothing wrong in that. Which makes 220 hours. Once EMFT is done, I will start communications. Is that clear? This is about the Unacademy Ultra Combat that I was speaking about. 30 questions will be there. 60 minutes will be given. This April 24, Sunday, 11 a.m. will be the combat. You also stand a chance to be among the top of GATE and ESE. This Unacademy Ask a Doubt feature, through which you can ask unlimited number of doubts, available on website and app. You can ask up to 3 doubts at a go. Just a second, I am trying to hide the video. You can get the solution in your preferred language. And also, it is very easy to ask a doubt. Just click, crop and submit. To get in touch with our counselor, you can use this number. If you are confused about your preparation journey, subscriptions and latest offers, dial this number. Our counselors will be more than happy to help you out. Then these are the special class features, which includes interactive live classes, polls for the learners, raise a hand option. You never miss a class once the notification is on. You can download the lecture note then and there, and you can access any time and anywhere as you are doing now. So for this you need an app. Download the Unacademy Learner app and try to enjoy unlimited number of classes on special classes. And every week we almost start 7 to 8 new batches. These are the new batches started recently, this day before yesterday. Veru batch for GATE 2024 for electrical explained in English started April 13. Spark batch for GATE 2023 started April 13 for electrical explained in English. Veru batch for GATE 2024 for ECE explained in English started April 13. Spark batch for GATE 2023 for ECE explained in English started April 13. You join any of these batches here, you can use our code KNR10 to avail extra 10% off. We are into antennas CTQ series. Wonderful response from all of you. Keep sharing the classes. Let most of your friends know about our channel and the wonderful classes going on here, so that most of the student community will be getting benefited by our work. We are into the antenna CTQ series, which is part of EMFT. This EMFT has 5 modules. Module 1 is elements of EMF theory. Which is common for ECE and electrical. For electrical, it is the complete syllabus. I was talking about EMF, am I right? That EMF is completely this one module. That's for electrical. Of course, some extra topics are there that I added in the playlist. And I made it suitable for both EC and electrical. Extra topics of electrical is also covered. We have created a playlist already. It is done. This work is done already. We have 40 videos. Total of 50 hours of content. As I told you, for elements of EMF theory or for electrical, maximum number of hours will not be more than 8 to 10 hours in any YouTube channel. Whereas in Gate Conqueror channel, already we have 5-fold more. And I am planning to take or add 200 more practice questions into this. Making it like something around 55 to 60 hours of content. So I bet you cannot find content more elaborately than this. Next is module 2. Is EM wave propagation. This is of course for EC. This is one module. Elements of EMF theory is one module out of 5. EM wave propagation. 90% of the syllabus is done here also. Playlist is already created. With 15 videos and 30 hours of content already available. Module 3. Transmission lines. I will start this transmission lines from Monday. Once transmission lines is completed, we will start waveguides. Module 5. Optical fiber communication and antennas. OFC will take a separate series. It span for 8 to 10 hours. On antennas, we already have a playlist with the name Antennas Mahamarathon Series. Which is having a playlist, 18 videos, 38 hours of content. Especially antennas here, I had never find more than 6 to 7 hours of content on any channel on antennas. Whereas already 38 hours of content is already there, and I'm planning to add 3 or 4 more hours into this, covering the vast syllabus of antennas, completely useful for both GATE and ESE. All the derivations, including wave propagation, the 7 sister antennas. I think you might never heard about 7 sisters. I developed this concept of 7 sister antennas. Just find out what is 7 sister antennas, including the constructional details, design factors, derivations, previous year questions, practice questions, what not. Everything is included in the Antennas Mahamarathon series. It gives immense satisfaction for me. Once I just go through this Mahamarathon series, that was a very difficult work to do so. 38 hours of content we are able to pull up. This, whichever exam you write, dear GATE, ESE, whatever exam you write, this antenna syllabus must be enough for any exam that you write in India. Any exam. Any competitive exam where antenna is syllabus, this will be the reference book for you. You can take this as reference playlist. Just prepare for this, you can write any exam. Any doubts you can ask? So we are into antennas CTQ. We designed antennas Mahamarathon series. What we had covered under antennas Mahamarathon is, we divided this into two parts. Antennas and wave propagation. In antennas, it started with a small concept like what is the radiation mechanism of antenna, what is an antenna, definition for antenna, what is the radiation mechanism, how current is distributed, I started from scratch. With the definition of antennas we started, and we started with the radiation mechanism of antenna. How antenna radiates. In this elaborately we have discussed about single wire, two wire and dipole. We had seen current distribution. Before that we had also seen current distribution in antennas. Current distribution in antennas. So if you want to understand how antenna radiates, then there must be a radiation equation. We have derived it. L into di by dt is equal to q into acceleration. This is a condition that needs to be satisfied for antenna to radiate. Wonderful concept here. Especially why students feel antennas is a difficult concept altogether is because they lag in these basics, which are I need to agree this that a bit difficult basics to prepare on their own. Not difficult when you listen to my classes, but definitely difficult if you want to understand on your own. Now this is like 17 years of my work on antennas. Naturally, it will be easy after you go through my classes. My first antennas class was in way back 2005. So now you count on from that. 17 years of work on antennas will definitely pay you off. Do not start on your own. It's a difficult nut to crack. You use my teeth. It becomes easy for you to crack this difficult nut. Because many people has recently joined our channel, they don't know what already it is there in the store. We have a lot of content already in the store which is not available on any other channel in the form of playlist. You can just go through them, and meanwhile you can also enjoy our live classes. We are ready to make you people ready for GATE 2023 and ESE 2023, dear. Even if you take these antennas, very structural way of learning we are done here. And after current distribution in antennas, explain about the radiation pattern of antenna. The different terms involved in the radiation pattern, like main lobe, side lobe, nulls, back lobe, first nulls, FNBW, beam width between first nulls, half power beam width, whatnot. It goes on. All this we discussed under the radiation pattern of antenna, and we discussed about the radiation parameters of antenna. So many factors we have discussed here. Out of the important one, simple gain, power gain, directive gain, directivity, beam area, power density, average power, elementary solid angle, antenna temperature, effectiveness ratio, scattering ratio, absorption ratio, effective length, effective area, these are some of the very important ones. Radiation resistance, efficiency, all these important terms we have discussed. We have seen the radiation by monopole, elaborate discussion on this. Radiation by monopole antenna, dipole antenna, and loop antennas. It's also a very wonderful topic, elaborate discussion almost, lengthy derivations and all, everything we covered. Then we started antenna arrays. In antenna arrays also I like to tell you dear, like we covered everything about arrays. Not even a single stone was unturned. We covered like everything I am telling you. Everything about antenna arrays we covered, starting with a 2-element array, or I can say starting with types of arrays. Even we covered types of arrays like broadside array, end-fire array, collinear array, parasitic array. Then we had understood the importance of an array, formation of an array, and started with a 2-element array analysis. My favorite concept, 2-element array. So much of discussion on this, radiation patterns, derivations, whatnot. Everything was with proof. 5 cases, 5 important cases we have discussed. Formation of a 2-element array, the most important for GATE and ESE. Then we went for n-element array. In n-element array also, most importantly, we discussed about broadside array and end-fire array. Calculated their beam areas also, especially formulas for FNBW, half power beam width and directivity derivations, wonderful derivations were done. And also we dealt with some special arrays, like we had dealt with end-fire array with increased directivity. It is also called as Hansen and Udiar array. Hansen and Udiar array. They dealt with this wonderful array here. Generally, phase shift will be alpha is minus beta d. For end-fire array case, Hansen and Udiar say that instead of maintaining alpha is equal to minus beta d, maintain alpha is equal to minus beta d minus pi by n. N is number of elements. By doing this, they said that directivity will be increased by 78.9%. So wonderful concept, wonderful concept. Just go to the playlist, you will enjoy it. One more array, to discuss this binomial array, which was proposed by John Stone, and most of the people think that binomial array is proposed by binomial. It is not true. It is proposed by John Stone. It is also a special type of array where unequal amplitude of current will be fed. Binomial array is the only array where you have unequal amplitude of current, and this unequal amplitude of current follows the coefficients of binomial series, and thereby Johnstone has named it as a binomial array. Some 3 or 4 hours of discussion I had done on binomial arrays. Please go to the playlist. You'll understand it in depth about binomial arrays, and these are the arrays which are used in tracking purpose. So for all EC engineers, you just enjoy this particular arrays. You'll get the feel of this cutting edge technology. So I recommend sincerely to go through this binomial arrays. Definitely you will enjoy. Binomial arrays, very important binomial arrays. Just go through them. Don't forget to go through these binomial arrays. That's about the antenna arrays that we have discussed. And then we discussed 7 sisters. I can tell you one thing, dear. Other than Gate Conqueror channel, you will never see any concept related to 7 sisters on any other channel. That's my challenge. You will never see any content on any YouTube channel, and no one has termed it as 7 sisters. This is 7 sisters is my brainchild. I took 7 important antennas and clubbed them. It will cover 90% of the antennas concepts. And beautifully we had interlinked them also. So please go through antennas Mahamarathon. You'll enjoy 7 sister antennas. The first sister among that is folded dipole. Again, construction, derivations, voltage equations, current equations, impedance equations, what not here. Almost 3 to 4 hours of content we have only on folded dipole. Some wonderful derivations and all. I don't want to go into the details of that. Just please go through the playlist here, you'll understand. We went through folded dipole to make you people feel the things. I'll add one diagram, okay? Only to make you feel the things. There it goes. This is folded dipole, okay? Just to make you feel more comfortable. So many animations were used in the antennas Mahamarathon, and this is a unique feature here. One more unique feature. You will not get these animations and all on antennas probably on any channel. As much as I used in antennas Mahamarathon, so many practical examples, the pictures, videos, GIFs and whatnot. But just so many things, dear. Just go through the Mahamarathon series. You'll understand how we had covered this syllabi. And then the Yagi-Uda antenna. Again, Yagi-Uda folded dipole will be the driven element. It's a parasitic array antenna. Again, very in-depth analysis of Yagi-Uda antenna. We have done. That's the second sister. See the connection. First sister, second sister connection. Then we went for the very famous helical antenna. Let me show one helical antenna also. Helical. There it goes. One helical. There it goes. Helical antenna. Okay. So many diagrams are there. Examples are there. You'll be wondering to know the practical applications of helical antenna. You use. I bet daily you will see helical antenna in your day-to-day life. Daily you see helical antenna. But where it is in our life, where we use this helical antenna, 90% of the students don't know. Go through Mahamarathon series. I don't want to reveal the secret now. Go through the Mahamarathon series, you'll understand what are the practical applications of helical antenna. You'll feel like you're learning something from engineering. Go through it. Helical antenna, there are different modes, applications, whatnot. Everything in depth we have discussed in helical antenna. Then we went for the fourth sister, microstrip array antenna. Microstrip array also, dear. Exclusively so many pictures, construction and all. We explained. This is a patch for your understanding. This is a patch and this is a construction. Microstrip array. So many examples, diagrams, GIFs, videos we had used for make you understand how microstrip array antenna actually works. Again, I request you to go through the playlist here. You'll understand. Fifth one, the horn antenna. Again, horn and antenna, sectorial E plane, sectorial H plane on, pyramidal horn, their practical applications, whatnot dear. This was also a very interesting antenna. So much of animation, so much of diagrams and all we used. One or two for sample I'll show you. Horn antenna. Parabolic reflector antenna. What is this? Dish antenna. Daily you will see dish antennas, am I right? These are used for receiving TV signals. So no introduction required for this. These dish antennas, I'll show you. I'll show you the diagram here. Okay, for a glimpse, for a trailer, let me show you one video on this so that you'll understand, you'll feel. Okay. Okay, you can see the video. See, this is the antenna tower. This is a parabolic reflector. You can see the radiation. This is the antenna. This is the tower part. This is the parabolic reflector shape. And see the radiation. See how it is radiating. Here you will have a primary antenna, horn antenna, and the radiation is the spherical radiation pattern is there here. The spherical wavefront is there. After it is hitting the parabolic reflector, it is converted to parallel wavefront. See here, it is hitting there. Hitting there. Now you can see parallel. The spherical wavefront is converted to parallel wavefront. Parallel wavefront. Parallel wavefront. Released. See again. Spherical wavefront developed by horn antenna. The spherical wavefront developed by horn antenna after hitting the reflector, converting into parallel wavefront. You can see here, parallel wavefront. Can you see here the parallel wavefront? There it goes. I'll move it fastly. You can see spherical hitting. See, spherical developing from horn, spherical developing from horn, spherical developing from horn, spherical developing from horn, hitting the parabolic reflector, converting to parallel, converting to parallel, converting to parallel, spherical to parallel. That's it. Got it? Such so many diagrams, examples we had seen here. See, heating here, these are the receiver side. These are the receiver side. Waves hitting and moving to the horn. So many examples we had seen, so many animations we had done. We explained through animations. Go through the Mahamarathon series, you'll understand. The seventh sister, lens antenna, which has similar applications to parabolic reflector, but a costly affair. Generally we use parabolic reflector instead of lens. These seven are called seven sisters. Clear? So we discussed on these seven sisters, and the very rare resonant and non-resonant antenna analysis we had done. The very rare resonant and non-resonant antennas analysis we had done. Under resonant we covered monopole, dipole, non-resonant antenna, very rare V antenna, inverted V antenna, and rhombic antenna we had covered. This is also very rare analysis here. This we had covered, and the very rare antenna measurements. That too, in antenna measurements we had seen radiation pattern setup measurement, setup required for radiation pattern measurement, in detail analysis like illumination requirement, distance requirement, practical setup required for radiation pattern measurement. And we have also seen the two methods, high frequency method and low frequency method of measuring the radiation pattern. And we had measured very important quantities like gain and directivity. Under gain we had seen first method and second method. First method includes 3 antenna method. Second method includes 2 identical standard antennas. Directivity includes a second integral because directivity is 5 max by 5 AV. Maximum radiation intensity to average radiation intensity. Average radiation intensity is given by WR by 4 pi. This is 4 pi times of 5 max by WR. WR is given as double integral of phi of d omega, where d omega is elementary solid angle. For 4 pi times of 5 max, double integral 5 radiation intensity, elementary solid angle, d omega is equal to sin theta, d theta, d phi. You have theta and phi. You have theta and phi here. 2 variables are there. Therefore, general procedure won't be enough. We went for graphical numerical methods. To evaluate directivity, we went for graphical numerical methods, in which we had seen orange slice method, and conical cut method. Please go through the Antennas Mahamarathon series for in detailed understanding. Hi, Krishna. How are you? How are you doing, Krishna? So we had just gone through these orange slice method and conical cut method. The measurement of directivity here. Just go through the antennas Mahamarathon series in detailed understanding of this. And in antennas, the very rare wave propagation also we had dealt. Generally, antennas they restrict to antenna arrays, but we went beyond antenna arrays. We went to 7 antennas, went to resonant, non-resonant, antenna measurements. Then also we went for wave propagation. That's why our courses are such that they will be useful for both GATE and ESE. In wave propagation, almost we have dealt with the principal modes of propagation. What are principal modes of propagation, dear? What are the principal modes of propagation? We have seen principal modes of propagation. Principal modes of propagation. Ground wave propagation. Allows frequencies up to 2 MHz. Then why only 2 MHz? Why not more than 2 MHz and all that? We had seen in ground wave propagation. We derived its range also. Range is given in kilometers. 100 by cube root of frequency, kilometers. The frequency is given in megahertz. Ground wave propagation. Then we had seen sky wave propagation. Ionospheric propagation, which uses ionosphere. Of course, ionosphere is layer which is from 50 to 400 kilometers above the Earth's surface, having stratification of layers like D, E, F1 and F2 layers. And so much of discussion we had done on stratification of layers. That's in sky wave propagation, allowing frequencies between 2 MHz and 30 MHz. Then we went for space wave propagation, allowing frequencies between 30 MHz and 300 MHz. Here also we got the formula for range. Of course, here it is round the globe communication. And it uses multi-hop and a single hop, it covers 4,000 kilometers. Please go to the Mahamarathon series for in-detailed analysis of this. And not all this, we have derived everything here. I am writing here simply, but we have derived everything. Okay. Range of space wave propagation. We got 3.57 under root HT plus under root HR kilometers. We have approximated it into 4 times of under root HT plus under root HR kilometers, where HT is height of transmitter and HR is the height of the receiving antenna, both measured in meters. And so much of analysis we have done, the practical limitations and all. So much of discussion we have done. These 3 are the principal modes of propagation. Then we had seen the special modes of propagation. In special modes we had seen scatter propagation. In scatter propagation we had seen tropospheric scatter propagation. Of course, as the name indicates, it happens in the tropospheric region. And because of the formation of the disturbance region just above the Earth's surface in the troposphere, due to the movement of blobs or eddies of masses, a turbulence region is formed, which will result in propagation much beyond the line of sight. So much of examples, practical scenarios I explained. Please go through it. The tropospheric scatter propagation, which allows frequencies between 100 megahertz to 10 gigahertz. And ionospheric scatter. This is because of the formation of sporadic E layer. A sporadic E layer is nothing but E region. It is just 5 to 10 kilometers away from the E region. And its main reason of formation is because of the infiltration of the top layers. The ionic density suddenly increases, forming a sporadic E layer. Happens at all parts of the world, both day and night. And this ionic density will be at least 10 times that of the E layer. Ionospheric scatter, which allows the frequencies much beyond this range. The general range is 2 megahertz to 30 megahertz, but ionospheric scatter allows frequencies from 25 megahertz to 60 megahertz. Special condition. But again, these special modes of propagation somehow depends on some factors which are not stable. Why they are not stable, how they are not stable, everything I discussed in Antenna's Maha Marathon series. Just go through the playlist here, you will understand. In detailed explanation was given. So many practice questions, like literally hundreds of practice questions we have done on this, and those practice questions you cannot find on any test series. Specially designed by me for you people, only available on our channel. Just go through them. Just go through them. And in special modes, we have also seen ductive propagation. Ductive propagation is mainly because of the formation of inversion layer. It undergoes super refraction, allows frequencies between 300 megahertz to 30 gigahertz. A duct-like structure is formed where you can transmit signal to a range of 1000 kilometers, and where it's a leaky waveguide-like structure where waves are trapped in this waveguide. It forms under special conditions where inversion layers are formed. Mostly you can find them in coastal regions or above the ocean. Again, very in detail explanation, derivations, analysis, the maximum wavelength formulae for this, that is 0.084 into d power 3 by 2, where d is given in meters, the width of the duct, the maximum possibilities, ground-based duct, elevated ducts, M curves, what not dear. We have discussed so many concepts there also. Again, supported by ample number of practice questions and all. Wonderful wave propagation series we took in Antenna's Maha Marathon. Please go through them. Three principal modes of propagation and 2 special modes of propagation. Actually, indeed 3, but 2 special modes of propagation. Scatter propagation and ductive propagation. This makes 5 modes of propagation. 3 stable and 2 unstable. Instead of stable, unstable, I say principal and special modes. This is the heart of wave propagation concept. Then we had also seen some small concepts like structure of atmosphere, which included structure of troposphere and structure of ionosphere. Speciality here, structure of ionosphere. We had done postmortem for that. Okay. So much of in-depth analysis we had done there. Structure of troposphere. Structure of ionosphere. We dealt these 2 things. And the structure of atmosphere. Then we dealt with the derivation for refractive index of ionosphere. The most important derivation here. Refractive index of ionosphere derivation. Mu or n sin I by sin r under root of 1 minus 81 n by f square. Wonderful derivation. Very important for engineering services. The most important, trademark derivation we have done. Then so many subsequent derivations also we have done. We have seen the mechanism of radio waves, bending by ionosphere. See the derivation for virtual height compared with the actual height. We derived critical frequency, maximum usable frequency, interrelation between them. We've seen the secant law, which gives the interrelation, maximum usable frequency derivation for flat earth and curved or considering the curvature of the earth. We have derived FMEF is equal to FC into secant I. FMEF is equal to FC into under root of 1 plus D by 2H whole square. Let's skip distance. Since skip distance, D skip, it has 2H into under root of FMEF by FC whole square minus 1. Solve this, you'll get it. They are all interrelated. We have seen least usable frequency, optimum working frequency. This set of derivations and all very important derivations here. Okay. And besides these, it's in ionospheric abnormalities. We discussed about 10 different abnormalities. Of which the very important ones are SID, sudden ionospheric disturbances, also called as Mongel-Delinger effect. Let's see SID. Let's see ionospheric storms, sunspot cycles. These are most important things. Of course, we have seen other concepts also, and we have seen some very interesting concepts like fading, Luxembourg effect, and all. Just go to the playlist here. Some 10 important points we have discussed under this. Then we have derived the derivation for range of space wave propagation. Of course, we got this as 3.57. Derivation we have done, not direct formula here. We have done the derivation and understood the range. We have done the expression, or we have derived the expression for received electric field strength in space waves. We got it as 88 root P HD HR by lambda D square. is also very lengthy derivation, very important derivation for engineering services, especially for engineering services aspirants, dear. This is a very important derivation. We've just gone through it, went through it very clearly, very elaborate derivation, all the assumptions and all. We took every assumption into consideration and we had done some wonderful derivation for this. Let's see in some more miscellaneous concepts like fading, path loss calculation. So many times you'll have questions on path loss calculation. You got path loss is 32.45. It's 20 log distance in kilometer. It's 20 log frequency in megahertz. This path loss also we had calculated. So what not, dear? Just go through antennas Mahamarathon. You'll understand the depth of the concept that we have discussed under each of these topics. Next class we'll just go through. In the next class, we will just go through some questions on antenna arrays. Some 60 to 70 questions are there only on arrays, dear. Subsequent classes on CTQ, we will cover the questions on arrays. Wherever it is required, again I'll explain the concept also. I'll derive the derivation for arrays and whatever you ask me. Basing on the requirement, we'll do some derivations also. And also we'll try to solve the problems on antenna arrays. Next session we'll see about these antenna arrays. 60 or 60-70 questions are there on antenna arrays, dear. All specially designed questions by me. So you can't find these questions anywhere. No test series, nothing. They're all designed by me. So just stay tuned to our GATE Conqueror channel. Next session, CTQ and antennas 13. We'll discuss maximum number of questions on antenna arrays. As I told you, dear, this is a CTQ series, concept 3 question series. On one day we'll discuss about theory, the other day we'll discuss about questions. The series will run in this way. But definitely, whatever we are discussing, either it may be a question or it may be a theory concept, that will be useful for your GATE and ESE. And please go through the 3 important playlists that we have on our channel. One is the playlist on elements of EMF theory with 40 videos and 50 hours of content. One is the playlist on EM wave propagation covering 90% of the syllabus, having 15 videos and 30 hours of content. One more playlist with 18 videos and 38 hours of content on antennas Mahamarathon. Whichever exam is having antennas, dear, just follow that playlist. Try to understand that playlist carefully. You will excel in antennas. The moment you excel in antennas and EM wave propagation, dear, no one can stop you. No one can stop you from scoring a very good rank in ECE. In ECE, the 2 major hurdles are EMFT and communications. We are almost trying to equalize one hurdle. So need not worry about EMFT, and very soon we'll start the very lengthy GATE and ESE concept or GATE and ESE themed communication playlist with 280 hours of content. My primary target is to finish this 220-hour content of EMFT so that these will become ideal playlist for all the aspirants who are preparing for GATE, ESE and other competitive exams. Remember, CTQ series is not part of that 220-hour series. We will design 5 playlists for 5 modules. That 5 playlists will be 220 hours. Don't include CTQ. I am excluding CTQ series. I am excluding MCQ series. MCQ series on antennas, don't include them. CTQ series on antennas, don't include them. Leaving behind these practice series, exclusively for GATE and ESE, we'll have 220 hours. Please don't confuse. The other day, someone like Krishna asked me, Sir, what's the difference between this series? Try to understand those are meant for GATE and ESE 2023, separate series. These are for new students, for practice series. These are revision series. I'm only counting GATE and ESE series. 500 hours of content I will deliver only on GATE and ESE, excluding all these practice series. Only for GATE and ESE, 220 hours of EMFT, 280 hours of communication is what I promise for you. Similarly, other educators are also gearing up and they will come up with some wonderful content and very lengthy playlist and all. So that lengthy in sense, we cover everything. Need not go to 100 channels and view or search for content. We have the capacity to deliver the content. We'll give you the best content that we can do. We'll help the students in cracking the exam or topping the exam. Just be with us, dear. If you people are with us, you support us, you share these classes among your friends, share them to maximum so that the maximum students will be benefited by our content, and we also get that applause, that motivation to teach more and to give so much of, and ready to give so much of hard work, ready to do so much of hard work, and we are ready to give as much content, we are ready to spend as much time as possible on developing this content. We are ready to burn our calories, more and more calories to develop good content for you people. Only thing is, just support our channel with more sharing and more liking. Thank you all. Let us meet in the next class where we'll discuss some more questions on antenna arrays. So we are clear in thought what I am going to teach. I am telling you, antenna CTQ 13 will contain questions on antennas, and basing on your request, basing on the what you call the request or necessity, we'll also deal with theory. That's the importance of CTQ series, concept through question series. Concept, wherever it is required, I'll explain you. Okay, thank you all. Good night. Please do not forget to share the class among the maximum, dear. Have a good day.